I was like, that's it, and it was pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty great. I hate when people end their sentences and I don't know. It just basically negates everything you just said, and I just did it. Well, it depends on there's your modern cars, which are 100% different from your old cars, whereas like you have your early body like 60s and 70s Porsches, and then your 997 brand new. You can't even compare the two anymore. But in general, your suspension, your wheels are like #1 priorities. Suspension first, wheels second, but they come as a group. I think that's the only thing, and then everything else is really just horsepower upgrades and like handling upgrades. #1 foul, chrome wheels. #2 foul would be ostentatious wings, and then any body kits in general. Growing up, I mean, my favorite toys were Legos and blocks and drawing and doing all that stuff. And then I was always, as soon as I got into school, I was like sort of called out for being slightly more artistic than some of the other kids, so I was pushed in that direction, and I was always like a little bit ahead. I was always had these awesome experiences to be allowed to like go into art a little bit further than you were at that age. Like in 5th grade, I was allowed to take like the 6th grade class at summer school, and then when I went to that, I was in a little bit ahead, and I was always allowed to do stuff that was a little bit ahead of like what I was grade-wise, what I was supposed to be doing. And then by the time I was in my senior year of high school, it was like I was SGA art director, which is basically the guy who makes all the signs and stuff, but still it was like sort of in charge of doing all the art stuff. I think I had 3 art classes in high school, that's kind of like college almost, you know, like I didn't have to take math or science anymore than my last year. I just took 2 more art classes. So it's weird. I actually didn't think about it that much. I just did what I wanted to do. I didn't think about it until I got into college almost, I would say, because when I got into college, I was going to just be a painting or a sculpture major. Because that's what I liked and that's what I did. It's like what I did in my garage at home. That's what I did in high school. But then when I got to school, my friend was like, what's your ultimate dream job? And I was like, I don't know, working at like a bike company or like a snowboard company, or being able to do product design and graphics for like a company that was a hobby that I liked. And my friend was like, that's industrial design. And she basically explained it to me, that's what it was. And I didn't really know what industrial design was until that, which is, for people who don't know, it is the creative side of engineering, the easiest way to describe it. Funny enough, I actually didn't paint my Bianchi because I got it because it was chrome. I'm kind of like, you can't paint over chrome. Like, that's awesome, you know? I bought it because I love the stickers and the chrome and stuff. But the newer one I got, the FBM, I painted that kind of crazy, like brown and fluorescent red and purple. It came out pretty good. I painted my bike probably every 2 weeks. Like, I had a Cyclecraft growing up because you could get them custom painted. I actually got one custom painted by Brian Foster. It was purple with black swirls all over the frame, matching frame, fork, and bars, which at the time was pretty crazy that you could have like the matching frame, fork, and bars, and basically completely custom colorways. And that's what got me psyched about that brand. And then I'd have that for maybe a month or 2, and then I'd be scratched up enough that I had to paint it myself. I'd go to a race and I'd paint my helmet and my bike to match specifically for that race. Like for the Christmas Classic, I had a red to green fade with gold Christmas trees with a matching helmet. Like, it was pretty ridiculous, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of still known for it now. I mean, I paint my bikes a lot. Sometimes it gets a little crazy. Like myself, I think my bikes can get a little nuts sometimes. Maybe that's why I'm back to basics with the raw and the basic stuff, but I'm glad everyone just takes the time to like personalize things themselves. It's like I said about the Porsches before, like it's kind of hot rodding, like making it yours. Everything I've ever done has been like mine. Like my parents used to walk into my class in elementary school and we would decorate our desks for parents' night or something like that. My mom would always be like, she'd go like, that's Jim's desk, and they'd go straight to my desk, and they were always right, just because it was so my style. Like even in elementary school, it was ridiculous. Like it was way too overdone, you know.